I just want to start this video off to let all of you know that you're amazing, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you out here who take the time to watch my content. It's going to be a bumpy ride. It's definitely going to be a bumpy ride, but I know things will smooth out. But let's get started on this video. Right now, it is Friday, March 8th, 2024, and I'm getting ready to head to the airport to head up north. And this place that I'm going to, you may be familiar with if you have been watching my videos for quite a few years now. And I feel like it is necessary for me to go there to finally find closure and break this cycle, because I feel like history is going to keep repeating itself and we're just going to keep living in the past if I don't break this cycle. And I think the best place for me to go and break this cycle and just find this closure would be where I used to live. And this place where I used to live also is the place where the creepy clown content has started. And I did make a recent video titled "Goodbye Creepy Clowns," and I meant it. And so I'm sticking with that. And I feel that there are some things that I haven't gotten into about it. And I feel like I need to share my motivations behind sharing the creepy clown content and dragging it on so long. But I feel the best place to continue this conversation is up north at the old place that I used to live. So we're going to go there, and I'm going to get into details about the motivations behind it and some other things that just push me to keep uploading the content. And I feel like this would really help all of us get past this whole cycle that's just keeps on going in circles and we never get past the creepy clown drama. I feel like this is needed for all of us, not just for me, for all of us here, so that we can move forward and move on. So let me get there and share more things with you. So let's get right there now. Wait a minute, I was supposed to be there already, but I'm making sure that I shut all the lights off and I have everything because I don't want to forget anything. But I gotta get going once again, because where I'm going, I feel is the place that I need to have this conversation. So once again, I'm trying again. Here we go. I was just ready to go out the door and I almost forgot. I need to bring something with me because this is going with me and I'm leaving it up north and it's not coming back here. It's right here, so this is coming with me. One thing that I know for sure is with this costume that has a red nose and red hair, here's why things didn't work out like I was hoping. And looks like we're gonna have some nice weather. And this is a place where we can be more personal and I can let you in on some things. We had things happen in the past with stalkers, and that's something that happens when you have a large following on social media and you continue to grow your viewership. And over time, the more popular you get through social media, the higher the likelihood that you're going to deal with that kind of thing. So yes, we did have some situations happen. And back in 2016, there was this whole killer clown thing going on. And I decided to pull a prank back then. That prank turned into a whole other situation. And when that video went viral, we just got a lot of crazy people that just had some stupid ideas, and that ended up being shown in our videos. But of course, I did a lot of scripted content based on that, so it wasn't all just reality. And now that it's much later, I wanted to tap into the success back then, because back then in 2016, when we were uploading clown videos and I was doing those clown pranks and I was doing the skits and dressing up as a clown and just even had someone be a clown who was a really good friend of mine and still is. It's just that they don't live around here anymore. And it did really good. Got a lot of traction. The channel blew up, and time went by and tried it again, and it did well, but you know, it was still getting demonetized. So it would take off a little bit and boom, but it didn't go nowhere as near how it was. And I said, you know what, forget this. This is just a waste of time. Time went by, focused my energy onto creating other YouTube channel names and the whole Rolling With Me and the Up to Speed Media, and started working on that and just putting a lot of energy into growing that. And then randomly uploading some, you know, older memories on the family channel, which had all the clown content on there. And from that point, you know, it's like, you know, the channel's dying, it's not doing well at all. You know, it's like I need to do something to revive it, keep it going. and all my YouTube channels were dying. YouTube disabled the comments on all the channels, and the engagement went down to 0%. And that hurt it even more. And then I was getting stressed, like, how am I going to reach out to my viewers, if we cannot comment to each other anymore? And when that happened, it took away a lot of the fun. Then things changed. Eventually, YouTube allowed the comments again. I kept complaining about it and started doing paranormal stuff. And, that was working pretty well. But then the debunkers, they attacked my channel. And that things went downhill from that point. And I had so many members. I used to have like over 400 members. I feel heartbroken. I feel like a lot of people turn against me because of these debunkers, and they're just hating on my videos. And I don't want people hitting a dislike button on a video before they even watched it, because that doesn't make sense. Like that clown video that I uploaded, less than 1 minute, I already got a dislike. Doesn't make sense. How do you assess a video? So I feel like that was an attack towards my content. It wasn't an honest rating, because you don't just knock somebody down without at least seeing what's going on. So I'm reevaluating this whole YouTube thing, and I just don't want negative. So there's a lot of you guys here that I trust. You've been here so long, you've been supportive, you've been saying kind things, but there's some that I don't know if they're who they are, and this is okay. You get what I'm saying? Now, I had people like, so now you understand my motivation. I've been grinding really hard on this platform, working harder to make things happen, but I see potential in YouTube, and I see the potential to finally. So that's my situation. Thought I would share, a very transparent video. And like I said, it doesn't make sense to dislike a video if you haven't watched it. It's like, to me, that sounds like that's somebody who's being hateful, because a genuine rating happens when you consume the content, when you watch it, when you know what you're viewing. You don't just rate a video before you watch it. You get what I'm saying? And I know some people are so kind and caring and generous that they automatically give me a thumbs up before watching it. But I mean, that's because that's all the love that I feel from you guys. But when it's the other way around, I feel like it's hate, and it's a deliberate hate, you know what I mean? So it's like you can have deliberate love, which is a positive energy, but then deliberate hate by rating a video with a dislike before watching it. So there's two different meanings. And I don't want anybody being hateful or negative here. What an adventure that is, huh? The things that I do to just bring content to you, and things that I need to do in order to find closure and just break past this cycle. And I feel like this was necessary. So me traveling all over the place, and then bringing you that important message and letting you know exactly what motivated me to continue on with the creepy clown drama. I feel like now you have a better understanding to why I just continued with it, and why 2016 seemed to have just lived on for all these years, including right now, where we should be far away from that and not even think about it anymore. And I'm just glad to finally get that past me. And even though I made that video the other day, saying how I was done with the creepy clown content, and I meant it. This video has nothing to do with creepy clowns chasing me around or me chasing them around, because they usually don't chase me. I'm usually chasing them. And this was just about how it just kept going on. I really want to see positive content here. Let's get back to the way things used to be. That's the kind of content I want to create, the way things were before the creepy clowns. If you agree with me, let me know. Do you want things to be the way they were before the creepy clown content was shared on here? I mean, there's going to be some differences, because there's going to be different people involved, and mainly just me, unless I find a woman in my life who's willing to put up with me and my OCD and keeping my house nice and clean, and me taking showers 2 or 3 times a day, because of my OCD, and a lot of other things. I just feel like I may be too complicated, because any woman who's, spending time with me, they might feel like I'm too high maintenance, maybe. But the reason for the multiple showers is because right now it's like pollen season for me. It's like the pollen count is so high outside that I got to get my steps regardless. And when I get back in the house, I'm like sneezing, and I got to take a shower to wash the pollen off me, and then I change. And so this is what happens to me. But I feel like it may be too obsessive when trying to maintain a relationship, because then like for 3 or 4 months, I got to keep dealing with that, and who's going to put up with that? They're going to be like, come on, no, Bobby, this is too much. But anyway, you guys are amazing. I got to get out of here. I've been all over the place. Sometimes I am traveling either in time or traveling places, or both. I guess I'll leave it up to you to figure out how this all happened. You know, how did I end up at the place up north when I moved out of there? This is just how YouTube is. It's like the power of YouTube. You can be anywhere in the world, and you could be in any time in the world. So anywhere and any time. I feel like now I can finally let it all go and I can move forward. Taking that clown costume up north and just leaving it there solidifies my statement of saying goodbye to the creepy clowns. I feel this made it official. This made it permanent. That means there's no going back. There's no reason for me to have to drive or fly up north and go back to where I used to live and reclaim that clown costume and then what? Upload another video because things aren't doing too well with my videos if it's not clown related? I feel like now this gives me the motivation to move forward and do the kind of content that resonates well with me, that makes me feel better about myself. And I don't have to sacrifice my mental health by creating creepy clown videos, running around, chasing clowns, or even if I'm wearing a clown costume, creating some fictional content, because like I said, there's a mixture of reality that's in the clown videos from the past. And I just got so caught up in that. And I felt like this was the big move that I had to make. Anyway, I gotta go. All of you are amazing. I gotta go take my walks. I felt like all I've been doing is hopping in a car, hopping on a plane, and I am done. Whether I do this virtually through YouTube or in real life, however it may have been done, I need to go get my steps and just get some fresh air and sunshine because I need it. Don't we all? Now here's a preview of the previous video that I uploaded. And if you want to see the whole video, then the link will be here in the description of this video as well. So you can check out that video because I love going places and exploring places besides just staying in the house. And I like to share that here on YouTube amongst many other things that I want to share. It's really hot here. It's in the 90s, like burning up. Holy moly, it's too hot out here. I was just in the pool, so I might go back in here. Looks like I have the whole entire pool to myself. Nobody's here. Wow. Nobody. So I can go swimming in there. Oh yeah. Actually feels pretty nice. I think I'm gonna do that. It's been hot. You know, I carry all my water bottles. I have 6 pockets, and out of 6 pockets, 4 of them have water bottles in them. But it feels good to unload them right now. It's kind of weighs down my pants, you know, walking around. Plus, I drink a whole lot of water before I walk out the door. So yeah, when it's hot like this, you gotta carry water bottles. You can't just go around not having something to drink. Because I walk like 2.5 miles one way, 2.5 miles the other way. I'm like doing 5-mile walks and then other walks that add up in between. So yeah, I get my steps every day, at least 20,000 steps. So, you know, then I do it again, like at night, I do some more walking. So that's why at the end of the day, I got like 20K steps, you know? Just here at a beautiful park, just beautiful, very warm here. A lot of wildlife out here. So just gonna walk around and show you what's out here. All right, just walking out here in the park, and this trail here leads down to a creek. And down in there, you got some water runoff. But back in here, you'll find all kinds of critters. You have lizards, squirrels, snakes, all up in here. You gotta watch out because there are coyotes back here. So you got tree frogs that like to hide in these trees. Bullfrogs, banjo frogs, green frogs. They're all out here because you got swamps back in there. But this is a good place to just get your exercise, get your steps going. Sound like they're jackhammering somewhere. I hear a jackhammer. They're doing something down that way. But if you guys watched me one time when I was back in here, I ended up discovering something way back in there. It's back there I found, it looked like an artifact or something. It was a piece of jewelry. Back there I found something. It looked like it was something from like 100 years ago. It's a piece of jewelry, and tried to get it appraised to see what it is, you know, have somebody look at it. And they said it was from the 1900s, so it's a long time ago. But there's definitely a lot of history around here, a lot of Civil War history. I'm just gonna look through here and see what else I can find in here. You're not gonna find many gators around here unless you go further south. I mean, we're kind of right on the fringe. If you just go just a little bit further south, then you'll be in gator territory. So it's kind of on the fringe. You might find occasional, maybe somewhere, if somebody had relocated one, there might be one that could survive out here. Because we do have mild winters here, so it doesn't really get that cold compared to like New Jersey, where I'm from, you know, and New York weather, forget it. Sometimes I just go out here, I take a little trip further south to go to this park. And it's a good little drive, but it's beautiful around here. It really is. Wow. You can go way up here, I'll show you. You can go way up that hill there, get your cardio. We're way up the top there. A lot of steps. You never know, something could jump out. You can always find critters when you lift up wood. Something usually runs out from under there. Look at that. Oh, look what's growing in here. It's hollowed out. The tree's still standing, still alive. Just got that big piece right there missing. Try not to get lost around here, you know. Like last time, remember it was a couple years back. I went so deep into the woods for miles, and I lost track of where I was going. So good thing I had plenty of water with me. Otherwise, I would have dehydrated out in this wilderness, because it goes for miles and miles. Oh, gotta watch where you're stepping. Right in here, the probability of gators would be very high in water like this. All kinds of little fish in here, tadpoles, little pollywogs and froggies. All kinds of living creatures out here. This trail goes for at least 3 miles, so you can be on here for a long time. So if you're gonna walk this trail all the way to the end, make sure you're prepared, because then you gotta walk it all the way back. I learned the hard way one time because I walked all the way to the end of this trail here, and then I had to walk it back. So make sure you have enough water, because on a hot day, you're going 3 miles one way, then you got to go 3 miles back. Make sure you got enough hydration, because what do we need most, especially out in the heat? We need hydration. We need water. We need anything. Watermelon, fruits, things that have, like cucumbers, just pack things to help keep you hydrated, because these trails go on for miles and miles, and you got to walk them back. So you got to think about that. All right, this grass smells just like watermelon. It's freshly cut, has that watermelon rind smell right here. Different kinds of grass have different kinds of smell, and some of them smell just like watermelon. It really does. Makes me want to have watermelon now. All right, you got a little bridge that goes across here. Mandatory left of tree. Okay, I'm left of the tree, right? I'm left of that tree. Wow. This thing, I gotta drive over 80 miles to get back home. So I gotta keep that in mind. I see a little bunny right there. Little rabbit. That's cute. Look, it's like just sitting there. Now look at that. The water right now is nice and warm. It's a little hot and humid though, but still water temperature helps cool you down. But that pool right there, it's heated. Even in the summertime, the water is heated, so it doesn't feel as hot in the summer, but in the winter, that's when you really notice that the pool heater is working really good. They use propane to heat that up. Right there. I might go jump it in here. Wait till everybody's not there. Wait till everybody, I like to go to the pool when it's empty. I don't want to go when it's too crowded. But I definitely might go in that water. Just look at that. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Wow.